massive Friday endurance game. This is an extra special Friday endurance game because this is my final live ride for the next month. I'm gonna be away for a little bit. So team, we're gonna get all that work in right now. Something to remember me by. I say that like I'm leaving forever. I'm not. I'll be back right at the beginning of July. But for now, team, let's crack on with our 45 minutes of cycling. Now, compared to some of our other rides, you've guessed it, this one is endurance focused. It's a little bit longer, and that means two things. Number one, it means that we're not gonna get very much rest. Number two, we're gonna be working at a slightly lower output than we do for some of our shorter sessions. That means for the first 2/3, 3/4 of today's endurance game, it should feel pretty manageable. It should feel pretty chilled. It's in that final little bit that endurance should creep up on you. Start by taking all of that resistance off your bike, team. Bring it down to 0. Now add a little bit back on. We're gonna bring it up to our flat road until it feels like a smooth flat road under those wheels. This is what we call resistance number 1. Hold that resistance 1 for a second. I'm gonna kick off that playlist, team, in 3, 2, 1. Woo! It's gonna be a big one today. I hope we're all prepared, mentally, physically, emotionally. Be aware as we move through today's session, anything that I say, whether it's resistance, whether it's RPM, it's just gonna be a guide. I want you, especially in these longer sessions, to listen to your body. Now team, take a look down at the bottom of your app screen. You're gonna see a dial with a color around the edge and a number in the middle. That is your RPM, that is the current speed of your legs. That's how we're gonna stay all on that same page for the full 43 minutes remaining. Alaska Chris, welcome. So nice to see you. Take a look down that RPM. The words aren't wording. The brain is not braining. We're gonna bring it up to yellow zone. That yellow zone is gonna be found above 90. That warm-up timer starts, team. We have a solid 5 minutes today to get in that zone, to pay attention to that RPM, to that form, and most importantly in our endurance, to set a little goal for ourselves. Yes, Chris. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Anonymous. Yes, Shep. Dream team. Keep holding that yellow. If you're struggling to reach that yellow, 2 things could be happening. Number 1, you might have gone too heavy on that resistance. Should feel like a smooth, flat road that we could, if we wanted to, go super fast on. Thing number 2 is gonna be all to do with form, and you're gonna hear me talk about this a lot today. We're gonna set that form now. Push the heels towards the floor. At the same time, point those knees straight down that road in front of you. Don't let them cross over your crossbar. Don't let them drift out to the side. We're gonna brace the core. We're gonna relax the shoulders, relax the elbows, relax the hands. Hold this form, team. Hold this yellow zone. How's everyone feeling? 1 emoji to describe your week. This is my way of checking in with you all. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Chris. I see some positivity up there on that board today. We start getting really creative with these emojis. This is my week. In chronological order, that strong arm right there is this session. We're gonna bosh it out. Keep holding yellow. We're gonna turn up that resistance just a little bit. Bring it up. We're gonna leave that flat road behind, and we're gonna find a sandy gravel path. Something that's gonna pull the wheels back a little bit. Try and hold that yellow. Yes, Shep, nice. Yes, Lucas. Andres, welcome. We're here in our resistance 2 as part of this warm-up, Andres. We're gonna hold that yellow zone, 90 and over. And we're just gonna get used to this pace. An especially warm welcome to anyone who is joining for their first ever session on that on-demand or on that team display. I may not be able to call you out by name, but me and my beautiful live leaderboard here are cheering you on. We all know what it's like to join your first session. It can be pretty intense. Anonymous, joining us from Germany, session number 2. You're already through it. Andres, Team US, session number 3. Yes, team. Chris, big boundary today. We are nearing that 70 mark. This is your 68th session. Pretty impressive on these numbers, team. Lucas, 428. Woo. Shep, we're past that 350. We are moving on to 357. Yes, team, come on. Keep spinning those legs. Beautiful work. We have 1 more minute left of our warm-up. We're gonna hold this resistance 2 pace, holding in that yellow zone for the full 55 seconds. Let me tell you what is gonna happen straight after this. I'm gonna turn up that volume. We're gonna re-brace our form. We're gonna bring it down to our resistance 1, and we're gonna work a 4-minute round. The key to this next round is gonna be speed. We're gonna gradually increase just a little bit with every minute that passes. Andy, so nice to see you. Welcome, team. Focus on that breathing now. In 20 seconds, resistance 1, 90. Use this time to set that form. Team, find your resistance 1. We kick off today. Volume goes up. 90. Hold it here. We have 4 minutes. Remember, every minute that goes by, we're gonna increase that pace a little bit. So if you're like me and you struggle to go a little slower when you have energy, control it down. That speed will come. We're gonna miss this pace when it does, let me tell you. Same game as always stands today. If you can drop that emoji on the beat drop of one of our tracks, eternal love and respect. I've seen almost all of you do it before, so I know you can do it. And as a bonus, it distracts us from those longer rounds. Yes, Andres. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Chris. Yes, Andy. Yes, Anonymous. Yes, Shep. My absolute crew. We're gonna increase that speed just a little bit. 95 and over. Beautiful work. Loving the speed from all of you. If you're not quite in that yellow pace now, try adding a tiny bit more push with those heels. Nice, team. "15 seconds until we increase that speed again. We've got 2 more increases left in this resistance. For this next one, you're gonna find triple digits. 100 or over, we're gonna hold it. Full minute, let's go. As we start to increase, tell your core to brace. That is your engine in our endurance game. And the more we can brace that core, the longer we're going to be able to hold our speeds. Yes, Shep, nice. Yes, Andy. Beautiful, Chris. Keep fighting, you got it. Yes, Andres, beautiful. Yes, Anonymous, nice team. Lucas, get that emoji ready. I know you're gonna drop it. Team, let's go, emojis. Send them off. Yes, one more increase. 105 on that speed. Final minute in resistance 1 here for this round. I'm gonna be nice. I will accept anything over 103. Don't say I don't treat you well on a Friday. Seconds left, team. After this, we're gonna get a moment of active rest, a moment to slow down, a moment to chill, before we take this same practice up to our next resistance. 12 seconds. This speed in the room today, team, is beautiful. Slow the legs in 3, 2, 1, active rest. We have 45 seconds to spin out those legs at whatever pace you want. As long as they're still moving, I'm happy. Sometime in the next 32 seconds, we're gonna bring it up to our next resistance. To our resistance 2, just like we had in our warm-up. We're gonna go through that same practice, 4-minute round. Every minute we're gonna increase that speed just a little bit. We're gonna start off super nice and slow to give us all of that room that we need. Never fear, team. It's gonna be a slow build. Are we ready? Resistance 2, sand or gravel. We're gonna kick this off for our first minute. Anything over 85. What a chilled ride so far. This is exactly what we need on a Friday sometimes. A little shake out of those legs. This is why we call it endorphin ride. We're not just here for all those physical gains. We're here for those mental ones too. Let's show our brains some love and get those endorphins flowing. Incidentally, team, that's why we're so big on our emojis. Sending those off, encouraging yourself and your fellow riders. Such a good way to get all of those endorphins in. Next increase. We're finding our yellow zone, 90 and over for the next minute. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Yes, team, nice. I don't know about you, but this round is starting to heat up around about here. Suddenly, that little speed increase is starting to make itself known in the legs. Yes, Andy. I'm glad it's not just me. 20 seconds. We have 2 more minutes here in our resistance 2. 2 more minutes of little increases. We're gonna make them super gradual. This next one is 95. Anything over 95 for 60 seconds right now. There we go, now we're talking, team. Just as we were saying it was nice and chilled. Yes, Anonymous, beautiful. Keep pushing on that speed. Yes, Yes, Alaska Chris. Yes, Andy. Yes, Lucas. You got it, Lucas. Yes, Shep. Team, one more push. This one here is going to be our fastest resistance 2 that we've done so far. Triple digits for a full minute. Let's hype it up. We hit it in 3, 2, 1. Never fear, team. After this, we get a full minute's active recovery. Push through. Nice, team. Think back to whatever goal, whatever vision made you click on today's session. That is what I want you to think about. For this final 30 seconds in our resistance 2, I know it burns, trust me. But we're in this together. 20 seconds. Good, team. 10 seconds. Get ready for active rest. Think about how good that's gonna feel. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Rest it down a full minute. We're gonna slow those feet. Just keep moving. Yes, Andy. Yes, Lucas. Me too. Woo. This is some intense stuff today, team. These 4-minute rounds might seem fairly chilled at the start, but we are stepping up and up and up. For this next one, we are gonna find a 4-minute round for resistance 3. But we're gonna do it a little bit differently to save those legs a little bit. We're gonna work in 2 back-to-back 2-minute stints this time. We're gonna work that same focus, pushing up our speed. However, this time, we're gonna increase every 30 seconds, and we're just gonna go through it twice. So we're not in those high speeds for such a long time without a rest. Find your resistance 3. This is our first resistance 3 today, so we're gonna take a little second to line it up. It's gonna feel like thick, sticky mud, or like shallow water in those wheels. We wanna be aiming somewhere in that green zone. 70 to 89. I think we're ready for a team. Find a low 70 to start. First 2-minute stint. Let's go. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Andy. As these resistances get higher, the amount that we're increasing by is gonna get smaller. We have a smaller margin to work with. For this first one, I want you to add 2 onto that RPM. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Absolutely everybody therefore should be over 72 on that RPM. If you're much more than that, perfect, you hold it. We are officially 20 minutes in to today's session. These endurance games always shock me by how fast they fly by. Add another 2, team. Every week, I'm so surprised. Beautiful work. In 10 seconds, we're gonna add our final 2. That means everybody should be up in those high 70s or 80s. Add it on. Beautiful, team. I'm so proud of my Friday crew today. Looking at all of your numbers right now. So proud. Keep it pushing. We're gonna do it one more time. Get ready to drop down to 70 in 5, In 4, in 3, 2, 1, 70. It's gonna feel a bit weird slowing those legs down now. Nice, team. We've done this once before. We know what we're tackling here. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Shep. Yes, Andy. Yes, Chris. Yes, Andres. Yes, everybody joining this on demand at 2. This is scorch central in the thighs right now. If your thighs are burning, you are not alone. I'm right there with you. You know what that means though, team? Those muscles are building. Next 2, add them on right now. Get Fit by Nico, welcome. Nico, you catch us at an interesting time. We're here in our resistance 3. We are powering through an endurance round. Team, add 2 more. Nico, feel free to hold a lower resistance just for a little bit for the next 25 seconds, and we will meet you right there. Yes, Andres, keep adding. I want to see that yellow zone at this point. 10 seconds. Yes, Andres, beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Active rest, team. Drop it down to your resistance 1. Keep the feet moving whatever pace you want. You know the drill, as long as they're moving. Whew. The lungs are going for it. We know where this is going. I think we've seen this coming. We may have hoped it wasn't true, but it is. We're gonna do this up in our resistance 4. I know. We only have 4 minutes. And then we're gonna chill it back down for a nice long stint in our lower resistances. If it helps, team, I'm intimidated too. That's why we need that teamwork for this. Every time it's feeling tough, send off that strong arm. We're gonna encourage each other. When we're ready, we're gonna build to it. Bring it up, past your resistance 3, and in to your resistance 4. Now the way we're gonna structure this, we're gonna change it up a tiny bit. We're gonna work with those same 2-minute pushes that we did in our resistance 3. 30 seconds increase every time, but we're gonna get a minute active rest in between. Find your low 50s in that resistance 4. We want it to feel like the heaviest hill that we can hold in our blue zone. Team, 2 minutes begins. We gotta stay calm. We gotta stay collected when we're working our resistance 4, especially in these endurance rounds. Concentrate on 1 foot at a time. Yes, Andres, beautiful. Keep adding just a little bit more. Nice, team. Load up that resistance. We're adding 1 RPM. That's it. Can you hold that 1 RPM that you've just added? It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a big difference here in our resistance 4. Yes, Andres, beautiful. 1 more RPM. Add it on. Let's see it, team. We can handle it. Yes, Lucas. The struggle is real. Yes, Alaska, Chris, keep adding. I'm gonna add with you. Andres, you too. One more RPM. 3, 2, 1. The more we can push those heels down, the better. Seconds. We have a minute's active rest. In 6, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Absolute champions. Bring it down. Keep those feet moving. For this, we're gonna keep that resistance where it is. We're just gonna breathe. Woo. Sometimes I regret programming these things, people. That was some intense stuff. Are we all good? Are we all still with me? Yes, team. I knew it. Positive mental attitude, that is the key to our resistance 4. We're gonna do it one more time. We have 30 seconds more for the lungs to chill, for the heart rate to chill a little bit, and then we're gonna bring it right back up to those low 50s. At the end of that last round, when I said, let's push the heels down, did some of you notice your RPM increase straight away? I want you to think that constantly. Heels to the floor. Let's get the most out of this. 3, 2, 1. Somewhere in those 50s. I promise this round is gonna absolutely fly by. Yes, Andres, nice. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Alaska, Chris. Yes, Shep. Yes, Andy. Add 1. Focus on that breathing as we go. To anyone joining on that team display, who I haven't addressed yet, and who is joining their first ever endurance game, well done, team. Well done. The hardest part is done. Clicking on that session. Endurance game sounds really scary, but honestly, we're casual, we're chilled in endurance game. 1 more. We have that time to really ease into all of our rounds. Although this feels tough, we have loads of recovery time coming up. 1 more RPM. Can we get it? In 3, in 2, in 1. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Andy. Yes, Shep. Yes, Chris. Yes, Andres, beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Release that resistance. Team, we made it. We made it. Full warm up, plus 4 minutes at each resistance with speed increases. Woo. I don't know how your day has gone up until now, but it's just got a lot more successful. No matter where you are at, that is something to be incredibly proud of. Keep those feet moving. Yes, Chris. Nice, Lucas. Andre's smashing it. Yes, Andy. Andy, it's been a major week for you. I've seen you in tons of classes this week. Loving it. Yes, Shep. Now, team, bring it to your resistance 1 if you are not there already. We're gonna go for a little shakeout round right here. Triple digits, yellow zone. We have 1 minute. think of this as a little extension of our warm-up. We're re-warming that speed a little bit. So reset that form, heels to the floor, knees forward, core braced, shoulders relaxed. Find that speed. Nice, team. We have built that resistance. We 1000% have built that strength today. We're gonna chill it down in our bottom 2 resistances now. For 10 minutes, we're gonna roll through a little focus. We're gonna alternate resistance 1 and resistance 2. 1 minute at each, maintaining yellow zone the entire time. That means in your resistance 1, you can almost chill in that yellow zone. In your resistance 2, you're gonna have to pick it up a little bit. For those of you who are feeling great today, who are feeling like their legs deserve a challenge, instead of pure yellow zone, you're gonna aim for triple digits for that whole section. You can swap down at any point, but if anyone wants a challenge, I give it to you. Find that resistance 1, find that yellow zone. We kick off this 10 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Now in some of these longer rounds, don't get me wrong, endurance can be boring, and I always thought it was. I'm very honest with you all about my previous feelings towards endurance, but I love them now. All of these endurance passes, these endurance cycles, and that is down to one thing. I want you to visualize that road, especially if you're coming from outdoor cycling and you use static cycling to supplement your training. Imagine that road, imagine some twists and turns, imagine some little obstacles, imagine all of your mates, Lucas, Shep, Andy, Chris and Andres, riding out beside you. In 10 seconds, we find resistance 2. We aim to hold that yellow or that triple, whichever one you're going for. Find it now. Resistance 2, sand or gravel. Nice, team, beautiful. Yes, Chris. Endurance. If I had told you at the beginning that resistance 2 would feel this tough at this point, you would not believe me. Yes, Chris. Yes, Andy. Absolutely. Me too. Me too. Resistance 1 in 10 seconds, team. We begin round 2 out of 5 to take us all the way to the end. Resistance 1. The nice thing about this training today, all of our really tough stuff is out the way. We just got this final little hurdle to deal with. For this part, with just over 10 minutes left and much less in terms of hard work, I'm gonna put on these purple lights. So all of you who are new to Motosumo, these purple lights right here are your visual symbol that you are just around the corner from the finish line, that the hard part is done. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Let's talk about your ex. 10 seconds. Resistance 2. In 3, 2, 1, bring it up. Yes, team, nice. Hold that yellow. Yes, Chris, you got it. Keep pushing, I know you can do that yellow. Yes, you can. That's it, team. Believe in the legs. I promise they will carry you through. Most of the time, they can handle a lot more than we give them credit for. Yes, Andres, beautiful. Yes, chef. Guess what, team? We have just over 6 minutes left of cycling, that is it. We're gonna find our resistance one for round 3 out of 5. In 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Resistance 1. Hold that yellow. I want to set everyone who's watching this, whether you're on live, whether you're on demand, whether you're on team display, I'm going to set you a little challenge. Since I am away for the next month, I want you to write your marked goal on the Facebook community page. Write something on there. Depending on what your goal is, it might be increased resistance. I say that because that's mine. It might be increased speed. It might be to be able to go out on your road bike and cycle 50K, whatever it is, write it on there. I'm gonna hold you accountable. So when I come back in July, we've nailed that plan. Resistance 2, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 minutes of cycling left. That's it. Those of you who are aiming for those triple digits, you're still holding them. Well done. All of you who are aiming for that yellow and you're still holding it, you are smashing it. Yes, team. I love seeing all these strong arms round about. Bring them out. Yes, Andy. We have 2 more rounds of this. 2 more minutes at each of these resistances, and then that is it. Resistance 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. You see how these fly by? It's gonna be over before you know it. Make the most. Yes, Chris. You know what, team? I could not have asked for a better crew for my final endurance in a while. Your energy today has absolutely made this. I hope you feel it too. Yes, Andy, yes, chef. 20 seconds. Resistance 2 for the penultimate time. We find it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up that resistance 2. Drive through it. Next time we hit this resistance 2, it's gonna be for our victory lap. We're gonna have completed almost that entire session with not a single full stop in the legs. Is that impressive? Or is that impressive? 45 full minutes of intense cycling. Not once have you stopped those legs. Yes, Andres, you are smashing it. Session number 2, was it? 3? Let me check. 3. And you are absolutely unstoppable. Everybody, emojis for Andres, please. Resistance 1 for the final time. In 3, in 2, in 1. 1 minute here. 1 minute left of resistance 2 for your victory lap. And then we find our cool down. Chris. You got it. Hold that breathing at this point. We stay calm. We stay collected. We made it through all of the time leading up to this. We can make it through this last minute and 18 seconds. Yeah, Shep. Resistance 2. The final time. Team, add it on. This right here is your victory lap. I want you to think about everything you've achieved over today's session, about everything you've pushed for lately in your training. Think about how awesome you are, how amazing your body is for carrying you through. Most of all, keep those legs moving for the next 32 seconds. Yes, Andres, you got it. Hold that yellow, team. We can do it. 15 seconds until our finale.
Your eyes tell me that you
Team, 7 seconds. I want to see those trophies, those celebrations in 3, 2, 1. Slow the legs down. We made it. That was a tough one. Is everybody feeling amazing? Let's see some strong arms. Woo. Now you see why we call it endorphin game. I'm still petitioning to change the name. Bask in all of those endorphins for a second. Catch your breath. Keep pushing those heels to the floor for now. And just start to stretch out the back of the legs. Woo, team. That might be one of the toughest endurance games we've done in a while. I'm pretty sure I say that every time, but what can I say? You just keep stepping it up every single week. We've got to aim for those new goals, those new targets. Slow the feet now. We're going to reach those arms all the way up overhead. We're going to push the chest forward, pull the shoulders back. Bring the chin to the chest. Release off those arms now, find some circles. Super important after our endurance game that we loosen off the back. We've been in that cycle position for a while, so keep moving those shoulders. We're gonna reach the arms forwards, round the shoulder blades. And now we're gonna pull the palms up to the sky, pull the arms behind you. Chest forwards, chin up. Release them down, shake them out a little bit. Find some movement in the wrists. Bring the hands to the handlebars. We're gonna lift the glutes out of the seat. We're gonna push the heels to the floor and drive the glutes back. If this is enough of a stretch for your legs today, team, you hold it here. If you want that extra stretch, bring the chest down to the handlebars. And while we're here, I wanna say a huge thank you to all of you for continuing to ride out with us, for continuing to ride with me in my live sessions too. I'm so proud of all of you after that. I hope you feel proud of yourselves too. We're gonna put that opposite foot in front. It goes without saying, we cannot do this without all of your energy every single time, and you give it plus 1,000% every time we ride out together. I cannot thank you enough, team. Please do, if you have an extra little second after this, once you jump off your bike, take a little stretch down on the floor. Release those legs, release the abs, release the shoulders. Otherwise, team, I will see you in July, on demand, on your team display. I'll see you then. Ciao for now.